Hello guys, BossFella here again with a new video about Hogs of War for the PS1. It was made in oh
97?
2000,
Yeah,
so
it's 2000, is it?
15 years ago. To talk you through the video and the gameplay, we have a new member to the team. His name is Tom. You want to introduce
Hi
yourself,
guys,
Tom?
I'm Tom, and this is one of my all-time favourite games. That's a genuine fact. Okay, here we have a selection of 6 teams you can pick from based on World War One and Two sort of ever themed sort of armies. We have Tommy's Trotters, which are the British, Garlic Grunts, which are the French, Uncle Ham's Hogs, which is the Americans, Piggy Stroikia, which is the Russians, Sushi Swine, which is the Japanese, I believe it could be the Chinese, I'm not 100% there.
I'd probably say Japanese.
Yes. Sauerkrauts, which are the Germans, with those just little spikes on their head, which I believe is World War One, so I believe this is from World War One rather than
I will
World
say,
War
I'm liking the hat selections of teams.
Yeah, seeing as they're all
Russian teams, I'm liking the hat.
I remember Tom having a hat similar to that.
Two. Yes, the days when I used to have the moose hat.
The
That's what
moose
we used
hat.
to call it, or I think Carl used to call it anyway.
Yeah.
But,
I say, right, so who we go for?
I think we should pick the British because
Being
British.
UK gaming channel, we're going to go for a UK team, probably.
Yeah,
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I do like playing as the Germans because I do like the traditional German uniforms, like the whole spike on the helmets and that sort of thing, which they never had in World War Two. They were more like sort of bullet shell sort of shaped helmets.
Yeah.
But we're gonna. Oh, that's wrong. I was gonna call us BossFella's games, but I'll correct that.
Also, the fact that Rick Mail, the legendary comedian, who actually recently passed away, does voices for, I would say, maybe half the voices for the teams.
I was going to say, I thought Rick Bell was the general commentary for the game.
Yeah, he's the general one, but there are sub voices.
Oh, so
Yeah, so it's another reason to pick him in his range of accents, which are always pretty funny. So if you like Rick Mail, this is definitely a game for you as well.
it's weird to think that back in the days of PS1 we had like TV actors do voices because, like, we know that Stephen Fry's done voice acting in games like Fable. He was also for commentary in Little Big Planet, was he not?
I'm not. I think he was for a stage. They've changed him now. I can't remember who's taken over.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's the fourth one, the one for PS4 anyway. It's got a new person behind it, because I believe it's half the company have gone off to do something else, whereas half the companies remain to do, like what Bungie and 343. 343 is Bungie, but the ones that wanted to stay working on Halo,
Oh, okay.
and Bungie went off and done their sellout with Destiny.
You have Liam Neeson as
But-
your father in Fallout.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm finding so strange, is the fact that
It's reason enough to go out
Some-
and get the game, isn't it?
true. It's generally not something you see with older games. It seems to be something which came about from like 2006 onwards.
Yeah, so it's basically once games were starting to real make a force of coming, like films like such as Snake Eater and things like that, which like basically made the game feel like you were playing a film,
Yeah.
which was like 20 hours long. But there's also like people like Sir Patrick Stewart, which is
He was
in Oblivion as
what's his name?
King
Terrell Septus.
something along those lines.
Something.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It's
What
fairly
the
short
King,
part,
King
but
right at the beginning.
Yeah.
right at the
Oh,
beginning
yeah, yeah,
of
I know
Oblivion is
that.
Patrick Stewart, which you can't really go wrong with Patrick Stewart.
No. But saying about voice acting, actually, I read something up there which is strange. Lego Hobbit, it is all the actual voice acting from the film,
Oh,
because
no,
they
no,
took
nice.
the audio straight from the film and just dubbed the game over it.
Oh, no, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Which, as I was playing it with my sister, and it's like, hang on, is Gandalf in McKellen? I was racking my brain for ages trying to work out, is that in McKellen? Turns out, yes it is.
Turns out it was Gandalf.
Yeah. Also Christopher Lee's the narrator of it.
Oh, nice.
He's uncredited, but it is Christopher Lee.
No, that's cool. Like you also have in the Telltale series, which the new Game of Thrones line, which also have a lot of the actors from the series doing voice. Like Peter Dinklage is the voice in Tyrion. I believe, what's her name that plays Daenerys is voicing Daenerys.
Oh, Amelia.
Cersei is being voiced by the actress that plays Cersei. I've been playing it. It's got to the 3rd episode. I haven't seen Tywin yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll be coming near the end of the series, and I have a feeling that he's played by that famous British actor that's Tywin Lannister.
Okay, anyway, let's get back on
Okay.
the pig game.
Here I've named obviously you start the first mission with 3 pigs, so I've named the top 3 being the 3 of us, Thomas, Carl, and Will.
So,
And I've made Will look. Yes,
Ah,
like,
I love the
But,
pointed hat.
I was gonna say that the pointed hat.
the
That's great.
traditional sort of private sort of look. Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm a dunce. just to put it out
Well,
there.
as you can see, all of our pigs are currently in that hat, so we're all
You're-
dunces at the moment.
Tom, you're a pig. Looks like Doom Guy as a pig.
Oh my god, it does.
Well, I
Have
thought
you
it-
seen what my pig? Is my pig smiling?
He's trying to, but he's got his tooth sticking out.
He's got a
like-
heifer great snaggletooth.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sure my mum raised me in a better way.
We're not going to play train mission because a lot of train mission has some amazing audio by Rick Mel, but we won't be able to hear it here.
Because
So
unfortunately-
it's just none for it. It'd be basically teaching us how to play the game, which obviously I've played this many a time.
Yeah, I've never played this.
I've sat with Tom,
You've played it from
And
time to time.
played
Yeah.
it from time to time.
As you see here, we have a map, and it's shaped like a pig. And there's 5 missions per an island, and like as you advance, you get once say Hog's Head. Once that's done, you get 5. I think it's 7 upgrade points, and obviously that means you can increase your. Cause each island will get even more stronger and more difficult, so you need that sort of boost in promotions. But here we're against the Americans. A good way to start a war.
I'm guessing it's actually quite a long game. If that's the case. What,
It's
25, 30 missions?
It's about 24, I believe. I have to turn the analog. I hate that the PS2 is like that. But I'll get the health first, and that gives me 50 health, which means I'll have 100 to begin with. Here we have weapons. We have the bayonet, which does 10 damage, the rifle that does 20, and the grenade, depending on how accurate it is, can do up to 30 damage. As you can also see here as well, you've got this little pig sleeping, which is just skipping your turn, which is, unless you have literally no other choices, not much use of that in the game.
It's not quite as fun as the worms having a skipping rope. Where they skip a turn, they literally skip a turn.
Yes, pretty much, yeah. I think they would just go, they would do the whole sleeping sound effects, like that whole like, snoring, and then it would just go to the next person. But it's sometimes good once you get into a tank or like get into an armoured shell later on in the game, and you can just pass your turn, just shielding yourself. As you see there, he shot me the rifle, 20 damage, but as I got that 50 before, I'm still fairly alright when it comes to health wise. I would launch a grenade at him here, but it's all about uphill, which would be much harder.
Yeah,
so I
uphill,
will shoot.
and your pig is up that hill.
Yeah, and with my pig being at the bottom as well, it's gonna just end up being probably more damaging to my pig than the enemy. And
Okay, so you can
as you see there, they move. So sometimes you can have a shot that's perfectly lined on, and they move.
Okay,
And
so
it can be
basically-
really annoying when you have a sniper rifle shooting someone from a distance, and that sniper to miss.
So basically, are you just trying to say there that you missed? Are you trying to put it in other
As you
words?
can see, it was,
but marksman
it was perfect.
excuses.
Yeah. A workman always blames his
Well,
tools.
Carl took the shot technically, so I'm gonna blame Carl.
Oh, okay, fine, I'll accept that.
Great, Carl. Nice accuracy.
Wait, have you guys seen me snipe on any game?
No,
Exactly.
very true.
This is why I don't snipe.
That's because you're.
Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, I wanted you to admit it, so.
No, I'll admit that I'm bad at sniping. Unless it's a
Throwing a grenade and spot on 30 damage.
no, they didn't drink. Not
Yeah.
quite.
If you push them in the water, they do drown until you get later on. You can get some pig upgrades where you can swim in water perfectly fine.
Scuba pig.
To an extent, yes. Blub, 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 blub. And you also get later a tank, like a sort of tank that can go across water, which I think are called ducks in this.
A
So they're
tank
like sort of a boat
That
tank.
floats
what,
on
like
water.
a-
So are you on about a boat with guns?
And tracks, yes.
Also an APC.
Not sure. I'm not too good at my.
Ah.
I thought
I know my
APCs
weapons,
were like
but my.
smaller than tanks, but more mobile.
Yeah.
One of them on water.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, isn't it?
At any rate, okay.
As you see, I'm using a lot of grenades here because it's quite helpful in
Also
terms of
because
doing a
you-
lot of damage to pigs to begin with.
But going back to what I was going to ask, actually, So when you try to shoot that pig, particularly, I think it is, I've had. Is there any real point at aiming, or does it not matter where you hit them? Does it just universal this amount damage?
Unless it's like something like a grenade, it will do, and
I know what I mean. It's like, for say, if you clocked them in the head with a sniper, would
it would still be the 20
it
damage.
would just do
It'd
a
still
straight
be-
20, would it?
Yeah, no matter where you hit him, it would still be 20.
Why didn't you aim at his belly? He's a pig.
I think I should, but I'm just so used to in games going for the head,
Alright, fair
getting
shout.
things out right. As you see,
Logic dictates as long as you hit them.
Yeah.
as you can also see on the map, it's quite hard to tell with the two coloured teams. The green and the sky blue are quite similar in terms of colour, but you see the green being us, because we're wearing the green, and the blue being the enemy. As you
Okay.
see, there's one here flashing. That is the person you're controlling, and even the enemies will flash when it's their turn. And when you get later on, you get spy pigs, which don't show up on the map, unless, like, say, you have a spy and you're controlling them, you'll see them. But, say, the opposition has a spy, you won't see them. But you could aim through a sniper rifle and see them.
That answers my question on why did it look like that pig had sawed himself. He was wandering around, not looking particularly comfortable. Turns out he was nearly dead. I don't blame him
Yes.
for being
So
uncomfortable.
that's why I was running to get the health. I chucked him in the water there, and as you
This
see,
is-
he drowns.
what?
And shamefully, he's got full health left. So he's a bit
Yeah.
of pain.
I actually thought you were going to ask the question about what are the icons on the map other than the pigs, which would
That
be
was going to be my next thing. That, as you can see, hearts, as you can probably guess, is health. The brown, or like beige sort of boxes there, are supply drops. You get later on in the game, you get drops actually supplied later on in the game, depending on how many turns it's made, and everything like that. But you start off the match with some things, and they can range
Boom. That pig
Mm.
gets one.
wide amount. They can
Okay.
be things such as bazookas. They can be health things. They can be parachutes even. You get parachutes later on just to help to transport you across the map.
right in the snout.
Boom.
Right in his face. And when a pig dies, they will explode. So
Yeah.
if you're too close to them, they can damage you.
Explosion.
Here we have the 4 health person, which obviously is a bit of a pain, so he's walking around like a limb there. But yeah, he will
Oh, I
probably
thought-
try and launch a grenade at us and probably chuck one of us. in the
Oh,
I
water.
thought he was
no.
trying to walk with, inverted swag,
Oh no.
uninvert.
As he's
That looks like he
America,
missed that. What happened there?
He's just a better
unfortunately,
sniper than you.
there's no Canadian, so we can't call anyone Justin Bieber on here, which it's fair to say not many people are Justin Bieber.
Not these days, anyway.
Well,
Not for gaming.
No, it's his attitude. It's
Not the gaming community, anyway.
no, unless you are Justin Bieber. But even I'm pretty sure Justin Bieber doesn't look Justin Bieber.
He looks in the mirror every more of self-loathing.
I hate that guy in the mirror.
Why did I make those choices? But here we have the last pig now. He's still got a decent amount of health, so he's still running fine. Once I think they get to their last 10%, well, about 20% of health, that they start doing the whole limp. And
Okay, I'm
think,
actually impressed he hit me then.
like sometimes they can be like expert marksmen. Sometimes they can be absolutely terrible with their shots, especially if they're bazooka or something like that.
Yeah, but to be fair, like if you are like inside the accurate bazooka, you're just gonna win hands down.
Yeah, and there we go. We've killed him. He shall explode. Shamefully, he didn't explode. If they drown in the water, they will still explode in the water. So if you are close to water near the explosion, it can still hurt you, but won't be as bad as if they're on land.
Oh,
As
that's
you
cool.
can see,
Okay.
we're doing a little jig, seeing as we won.
And here you'd probably have just as you get mission accomplished, you have a classic line by Rick Mail, especially when you're the British. British and Germans probably has the best Rick Mail lines. Also,
Not putting
as
any other
none of
countries
our
down.
No, not at all.
you just have to think about what the voice actor can do. As all like here, you have a level complete. You get all these floating things here are points that you can upgrade yourself with. Level like complete level, you get a point. Later on in the game, you get some of these that just show up on the map, so it's like best to search them out before attacking the pigs, but that can come at a cost because they can try and kill you. And as you can probably guess by the survival bonus, because all our pigs survived, we got an extra point there.
Yeah.
Which, as it's me, I do like to try and get every point possible.
Here we have the Daily Squealer.
It's not a legitimate paper.
If only it was. If only it was. But yeah, you have some classics, sort of like if you read really close in that, some of the bits will repeat themselves every mission, but then you get things like
The headlines
They
obviously
run
change.
with their tails tucked between their legs and stuff like that sort of thing. And it's a sort of line that you could see right now. So
Yeah, definitely.
here you have just some tutorial bit there. Don't know why it came out of that, because I'm pretty sure I didn't press R1. But as you see, there's these little yellow icons by the names with, I believe there's meant to be a P on it, which means it can be promoted because of the amount of points we got.
PP presumably isn't the same context as Pokemon. This is more
No,
pig
it's like,
points.
that's power points. This is like promotion points. So
Right.
think of it
Pig
as
points sounds cooler, so I think we'll go with
pig
pig points.
points. Pig points.
Yep.
Pig points. Pig points.
So what do the swords and I think is that like a gravestone? What are the ones?
I
Beside
remember
them.
getting like I've noticed this once before. I believe the sword's amount of missions performed, even though they didn't appear in missions, or that's their rank. Like, well,
Okay.
see, these have none, but obviously, these are now all in the thing.
Oh,
so yeah,
so
they
that's-
technically class in the first mission. That's how many missions they performed in. Like these three here as like sort of reserves, which later on when you get certain upgrades, you can swap around teams to be strategic and all that. I never really use them. Here we also have the gravestones. As you see, these two have none.
Oh, so is that like kill
As I
score
say,
or
I'm
something?
guessing
It's
what's
the amount of kills that pig's made. Each of us have killed one pig in the last mission because it's free.
Yeah.
I didn't realise each of us killed one. I just killed pigs as we killed pigs.
Yeah.
Okay, here you can promote. As you see, to promote this pig, it's only 1 power point, so we can promote 2 pigs. Okay,
Pig points.
as is me, we have 4 different classes. We have heavy weapons, which are like bazookas and mortars and
kind
things
of
like that.
really speaks for itself,
Engine-
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Engineers are very similar to heavy weapons, but it's more sort of
Sticking dynamite under a pig's butt
yeah,
and blow them
it's,
up.
It's more like sort of like
Bacon bits?
explosives rather than actual big huge-ass weapons. We have espionage, which are like the ones that turn into spies, which are like snipers and hiding, just like camouflage and sort of like traditional spy sort of thing. And then the medic is obviously don't really need to say it's healing.
It's just occurs to me that the classes is pre-Team Fortress. All the same
Yeah, so
classes.
like this is what Worms 3D should have been. Worms 3D was a major, like it didn't work. Like I mean, it works now. It's got the 2D background, but the 3D Worms. I like that because
Yeah.
it's the whole like modernising like traditional Worms. But this is what Worms 3D should have been. I like picking engineer because I feel like later on with the shotguns, I just like big, strong, powerful weapons. But the mortars and bazookas take a lot of accuracy. Like yeah, it's quite fiddly. We can also promote Carl and Will here, or Will. It's up to them.
I'll say as much as Will can have the pig point because he decided to agree with it. It's called pig point.
He called it pick point. What
Yep.
would you like to be?
Heavy weapons.
Yeah, I think
I
last time
wanna-
you heavy weapons, you like heavy weapons.
Well, I want some bacon. So.
We also have 2 pigs here. Obviously, there's only 3 of us, so we've got 2 names for you to spell. So we can leave it to the subscribers and the people that watch this video to comment on the name that they like. It doesn't have to be their name. It can just be just any name. Like you could have Sir Squealer or something like silly like that.
Something maybe
But
pig
if I
related.
just check the rename and see how many spaces we've got here, spaces are if I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, guys,
7 spaces.
you got
like
7 characters to give us 2 pig names.
Also, you will be able to pick their class
Yes.
as well.
Tell us what you want to be and your name or whoever. I don't know. If it's someone you don't like, give us their name and what you want them to get blown up as, and we can do that as well.
Yes.
Sounds
But
good to me.
as I like the survival, it's gonna be like
Well,
yeah.
What I'll do is, if it gets to that, I'll play it because I don't know how to play this. I'll get
Yeah.
blown up potentially.
Yeah. Yeah. So we probably leave it there just because that's a basic tutorial to what Hogs of War will be, and hopefully we shall continue this game at a later date.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's bye from me, Tom.
And
Bye from me, Will.
we'll wrap this up. And this is bye from me, Carl. And thank
Make
you, Tom,
sure
for
to-
thank you for
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming along
Yeah.
and
And I'll be sure to come along to many more videos as well, but as time allows me.
And if you guys have liked this, let us know in the comments. Hit the like button.
subscribe.
Subscribe.
Right.
Subscribe's always nice.
Yeah,
If you guys do this sort of thing, we'll come subscribe to you.
even comments like
Build a community.
yeah.
Start a faction,
Yeah.
as you could say.
Well,
or start our own pig army.
Yeah, well,
With mutated pigs like in Family Guy.
this is escalating. So I'm just going to back out of this and say goodbye to all of you now.
yep. Okay, right.
And
That's
we
it,
shall
guys.
see you soon.
See
Cheers,
ya.
guys.